Hey everyone, and welcome to another live challenger commentary from a SkillCapped expert. This guide comes from our website, SkillCapped.com, where we have over 500 Smurf commentaries by the top players and coaches, teaching you exactly how to escape the rank that you're stuck in. There's 14 brand new commentaries added each week, and a site-exclusive feature where our challenger experts will answer any and all questions that you have. All of this and so much more can be unlocked at our website, SkillCapped.com, so click the link in the description below, head to SkillCapped.com, and get the rank you've always wanted.
Hello everyone, S11 or Shori here, formerly ranked 55 challenger on EU West. Today I'll be playing a game of Ahri mid lane in around silver to gold MMR on EU West. In this game I'm playing Ahri into Fizz. My rune setup is this. What I'm thinking about the matchup is that I have to really abuse Fizz during the early stages. I'm going to be able to auto-attack him a lot. If he walks up too much and is not willing to give up minions freely, I should be able to deal a substantial amount of damage to him, which is going to allow me to take control over the lane. I prefer to poke him out and not allow him to get any damage onto me, because the way Fizz wants to trade is he wants to kind of dash on top of me, get his damage off, and then run away. Fizz has a lot more burst than I do, which means taking even trades is really, really bad for me, because he can one-shot me before I can one-shot him. So I'm just going to try to shove him under tower and kind of beat him under tower and then look to set up a freeze eventually, since they also have an Elise. My game plan isn't actually going to be to kill Fizz in mid lane. It's going to be just to get priority once I hit around level 6, level 7, level 9, and then just roam bot lane and get my bot lane really far ahead. That's the game plan. I'm going to start off by auto-attacking this minion twice just to build a slow push, and now I'm just going to walk up and try to see if I can find auto-attacks on Fizz. He's dodging my autos pretty well. Just going to fire a Q, try to hit him. Unfortunately, I missed. And then I auto-attack the minion by mistake. That kind of sucks. If he walks up for this minion, I'm going to punish it really hard. Throw out my Q, throw out an auto-attack. I might miss a minion, but missing a minion to deal 200 damage is definitely worth it. Again, I'm just guarding this minion to make sure he doesn't get it free. There we go. Throw out a Q. Auto-attack him. He's already used one corrupting pot, which is great. Again, here I'm level 2, so I'm just going to walk up and use my level 2 advantage. Try to CS while I'm doing so. I kind of pushed the wave a bit too quickly, so now it's going to crash on the second wave, which is actually really, really bad. But I can go out for a ward now, which isn't terrible. Can avoid getting ganked by Elise, which is good. The problem about crashing the second wave is that now he's going to hit level 3 first, and obviously when Fizz hits level 3, it's really scary. Because then he unlocks all of his abilities and he can actually start trading properly. So now I have to be very, very aware of Fizz's Q range, and I will try to avoid letting him Q on top of me for free. The worst thing that can kind of happen is that I let him Q onto me for free. So I'm just going to deal my damage to him and then run away. I'm gonna continuously just try to poke him like this. At this point, I need to kind of thin the wave. The reason being is I don't want to let Fizz just freely shove out the wave and go for a recall. I want to keep him in the lane for as long as possible. What Fizz should be doing here is he should just walk up and push out the wave and take damage for it. It doesn't matter. I mean, at this point, I actually want him to trade with me. I want to, make sure that he does not shove out the wave. And at this point, I'm just gonna hold the wave. So what he should have done is he should have walked up, taken damage, shoved out the wave, and then just recalled. And then he could have reset the lane, and I would not have this much of an HP advantage. Right? Like, he doesn't have any potions left. But I have basically all of my potions. I've only used one potion, and he's used 3. That's kind of the thing here. So I want to take it slow, and he wants to go for a lot of tempo. I'm just going to auto-attack him to death for as much as possible. He should go for a recall soon. I'd be very shocked if he goes for it now, though. I need to do my hotkeys. Oh, I missed the minion. That's really bad by me. I have a substantial CS advantage. At this point, I'm stacking up the wave. Ideally, I stack up yet another wave and try to crash a really big wave under his tower. Then I can go for either a reset or I can try to really punish him heavily under tower. Seeing as Elise is top lane right now, I might actually just try to punish him really heavily under tower. I'm missing every single minion though. Just gonna walk in and use my abilities. If he wants to trade with me, he can be my guess. He doesn't win that. There we go. I don't know why he walked in. There was a really big wave. I guess he was getting desperate. Anyway, I would just crash the wave and really beat him up under tower. But at this point, I can just crash the wave, go for a reset, and I'll be fine. I even have my lost chapter here, and now I can do my settings. So I prefer having a key for non-smart casted charm and non-smart casted Q, just because it's a bit easier to line up in that regard. At this point, just gonna go for lost chapter. I'm really, really strong now. This game, I'll be building Everfrost. There are some games where I think Ludens is completely viable on Ahri. If you're against a lot of squishies that are kind of longer range, but because this enemy team is quite short range, Everfrost is gonna have a lot of value when it comes to setting up my charm, for example. But if this was a Victor and this was, let's say, a Kindred, I probably would have looked for Ludens instead. And this was a Jace. Like, if they were basically full squishies, and I was single AP, which I am in this game. You can make an argument for Ludens this game because I'm single AP. And getting the mythic passive of Magic Pen, flat Magic Pen, is really good when you're the only AP damage dealer on your team. But I don't think it's good enough this game. I don't think they have like enough squishy team members. Oh, I missed the cannon, that sucks. At this point, I'm just gonna walk up. If Fizz uses E on me, that's actually good for me, because I just beat him. Playing it a bit slowly. And then using my ult to relocate my Q, to make sure that I get the true damage onto him. I was kind of confused as to why he traded with me. At that point, I was trying to bait Fizz to trade onto me. Just because I knew I had level 6 and I had a pretty decently stacked wave. At this point, I can't really roam anywhere, right? It's not like I can roam bot lane here because I don't have my ult, so it's very unlikely that I'm gonna get anything. So instead of looking for a roam that's very unlikely to work, I'm just gonna take plates mid lane instead. At this point, I'm gonna look to shove out this wave, and then I can go for a recall, get a blasting wand. And then I can look to come back into the lane. Yeah, I know that she's here, but it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna shove it out anyway and then leave. He bought a tier. What? Okay, so she warded over here. I have to be aware of that when I'm roaming. So here, I'm just gonna reset. Magic Pen boots are actually really good this game, so I'm not even gonna get CDR. So at this point, I have one lane really hard, right? So at this point, I'm not even interested in solo killing the Fizz anymore. What I want to start doing now is I just want to start shoving out my wave and transferring my advantage to the bot lane. And start just roaming bot lane and permanently killing them. So that's why I picked up a sweeper here instead of just using a regular ward. So I can sweep this area and make sure that they don't have vision on me when I roam. I could have also waited until I got my first full item, but I think because I'm so far ahead, it's actually completely reasonable for me to just start looking to roam now. So that's why I'm gonna stack up this wave a bit, and then I'm gonna look to just immediately crash it. Fizz can actually all-in me, so I have to be a bit careful. He does a lot of damage in, like, quick burst. So I have to be aware of that. Oh, that was a very weird DC. Okay, there we go. Shove out the wave. Gonna look to just roam bot lane. I have to get out of this. I could have turned it if I played it better. I survive. She survives as well. I played that pretty poorly. I guess I should have swept before I even walked into the bush. The wave is in a really bad spot now, and I have no sums and no ult, so that's kind of bad. I'm gonna try to see if I can snipe him with something here. I can't. Ah, thank God he shoves it in. I don't have to recall then. That's good. They kind of misplayed that horribly. I should have definitely died there. So it looks like Elise playing a lot around mid. I have to be aware of that fact. Oh, she's on Drake or what? No, Thresh is just roaming mid lane. Okay, well, I can't really do anything about that. I can't really walk down here, because if I walk down there, there's a good chance that I'll just die. So I have to just stand on the top side of the lane, because I know that the enemy's on the bot side of the lane. And just throw out a Q. I'm just gonna simply try to poke out the Fizz. Again, I'm not even gonna throw out a charm. I am simply... Oh, no, the cannon. Yeah, there's the Thresh. Oh, he had flash. Just gonna look to forward dodge that. Oh, there's an Elise as well. Gonna look to forward dodge that as well. And she just... yeah, walked into tower, I guess. Okay, he decides that that wave is now Kane's. That kind of sucks for me. Okay, so Fizz is recalling. I kind of want enough gold for my Everfrost. So, to Thresh, the damage you're dealing here does not matter, brother. I'm sorry to break it to you. And I can just kill you. That was... okay, sure. I guess. Push out this wave now, and then look to reset. Get my Everfrost. Come back into the lane. And then again, just look to shove out the wave and roam. Kind of a weird way for both of them to play that. I should have certainly died here. But I was pretty certain that I'd be safe up here after I knew that they were on the bot side. So I'm just going to look to pick up my Everfrost, going to look to pick up tier 1 boots. And now I'm just going to look to start roaming again. I haven't really had a chance to roam since everything has been happening around the mid lane, which is obviously inconvenient because my champion isn't really a hyper carry. Ahri is not one of those champions that can single-handedly carry fights. She's more one of those champions where you get an advantage in your lane, if possible, and then you try to just get that advantage out onto the map and have your bot lane carry you in fights. Or your jungler carry you in fights. She's kind of, the way she works is not really carrying fights on her own, basically. Like, you have to get your teammates ahead with her. That's kind of her identity. I'm pretty sure Kayn might die on Herald here, but I'm not really too bothered. Although saying that, again, he's the one that should carry me. Yeah, okay. There's the Kayn. Just gonna look to grab this pink ward. There's the Fizz. I don't really care too much. I'm just gonna run bot lane. Gonna just pink ward this. I should certainly have gone up here. Okay, this is warded. Here the ward. Yeah, this is kind of my bad. Looks like my teammates are fine. Can we just kill this? Oh, it didn't hit. Oh, that didn't hit either. Oh, it's an absolute mechanical disaster. I've just butchered it. I'm gonna leave the blast cone alive for next time I roam bot lane, so I can get behind them. Because ideally, walking through this kind of sucks. I want to try to get behind them instead. It's a lot better for me. Dude, this guy just wants my minions, and you know, I can kind of respect it, but still it's annoying. So again, gonna shove out the wave. Get the plates, that's good. I guess he wants the cannon as well, or... Okay, we can get the tower here. If Elise steps up, we should be able to kill her. Oh, I kinda want the tower first, though. And that's also why we get Everfrost, so you can charm into Everfrost or Everfrost into charm. Should be a hook coming out here. I'm not really too worried about it. So the way that I lined up that skill shot was pretty cool, right? I didn't immediately fire the charm while he was standing here. The reason being is he can still dodge up and down, but if I walk this direction and he is standing right here, it's basically a straight line and it's very difficult for him to dodge it. Like, he can't dodge sideways, essentially. It's really, really difficult for him to dodge that. This game... I think Cosmic Drive is perfectly reasonable. I think I have enough damage where the CDR is going to be really helpful. Either that, or I'm going to just go straight up into Hourglass, but I don't think they have enough threats for me to go Hourglass. And Hourglass also loses a lot of value against Caitlyn. So again, here, I've taken the mid tower. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go mid lane, shove out 1 or 2 waves, and then just look to immediately run bot lane or top lane, depending on which lane is easiest to roam to. Looks like our Tristana is very, very mad, but, you know, that's not our fault. Okay, now I have level 11, that's really good. Thresh is roaming top lane. Looks like my bot lane is safe. They should be safe. I'm just gonna run top lane. Oh, looks like he's just 1v2ing it. Yeah, I guess he didn't really need me after all, but I'm still gonna go steal the kill on Thresh. There we go, absolutely lovely. Don't really need to grab these plates. And let him have it, and then clear this pink ward. Oh, someone else cleared the pink ward already. There's not really anything for me to do here, so I guess I might as well reset. What I mean by that is, I can't really go mid lane to grab the wave, right, because it's so far up. So instead, I might as well just reset. Look for my Cosmic Drive. At this point, I would actually love to go side lane. Tell Tristana that she should go mid. Okay, well, if she does not want to go mid, I can still go mid. I'm not too bothered about it. Since both of these towers are down, that is going to allow me to shove out the wave very easily and get behind the Caitlyn without any problems, really. Like, I can easily take control of their entire jungle area. So I'm not too bothered about being forced to play mid lane here instead of side lane. But again, I would prefer playing side and having my Tristana and Nautilus in mid. So again, here I have to be a bit careful. I want to shove out the wave and then immediately just roam bot lane. Because it looks like both the enemy bot laners are there. I'm just gonna shove it out and then immediately roam bot lane. I don't want to run this way down because then Fizz will spot me, so instead I'll run this way around. there a blast coming up is the real question. There's not. Should be fine. I'll just spam ping that I'm on my way. Tristana is not going in, which sucks. I don't really want to go for the Thresh. I'd much rather go for the Caitlyn. So I'll just try to play around them here. Like, they can't walk through me, and I'm just waiting for my teammates to come. There we go. Play it slowly. They can't get behind me. If they have, like, if they run through me, they'll just die, right? So I'm just waiting for my teammates in that instance. For them to, like, come. Oh my god, that was a disaster of a charm. He should be dead anyway. Holy moly, we don't look at that. He was even CC'd. Okay. Well, mistakes happen. Again, at this point, I can't really stay bot lane because I'll be leeching XP off Tristana. So I might as well just reset and look for the next point where I can get resources, which in this instance is going to be in the mid lane. Tristana is still just fighting bot lane. My Nautilus is deciding that now he wants to take resources, which, I mean, I can't really control that, but if he wants to yoink some resources, all him. I'm not too bothered about it. The game is pretty over anyways. Again, the easiest way for me to win this at this point is just going to be to shove out mid lane and roam to the side lane and kill the enemy bot lane over and over again. Because they're overextending a lot. It's very easy for me to kill Caitlyn and Thresh because they're so weak. And I'm 2 levels up on both of them, right? So at this point, I'm just going to shove out this and then move into the enemy jungle. Sweep this area. Gonna look to get behind the enemy bot lane again. So Caitlyn should be around here. There she is. Let's just walk up. We can just kill them. Yep, they should be very dead here. So when you break mid tower as a roaming champion like Ahri, the game gets very easy. But I have to wait for my teammates again. I can't just play it quickly because, well, as a champion on my own, I'm still quite weak. So I have to kind of wait for my teammate. Wait, can we please kill her? Jesus Christ. Yeah, as a champion on my own, I'm quite weak, as you can see. Like, I have to play very well around my spell rotations, which means that I'm going in for one burst, then I'm stepping out until my spells are up again, and then I'm going back in for another burst. I can't really do anything crazy like Fizz, where he just one-shots a person, but that's also why you want to get, like, a decent amount of CDR on Ahri, when you're going for this setup, at least. Because it allows you to get a lot more spell rotations off in fights. And it allows you to play fights a lot more easily. Oh wait, I'm maxing Charm. I should not be maxing Charm second. Pretty sure just W max ever since the changes. But habit took over me, I guess. Because it used to be Emax on Ahri for the extra amplified damage, but at this point it's not really Emax anymore. So at this point I'm just gonna take the tower. Opening up the map is super helpful when you have an assassin. And at this point, where can I get resources? Well, the Krugs are up right, the red buff is up as well, so I could go for that, but I think my Tristana would get mad at me if I took it. She might threaten to AFK. Plus, I already have a red buff, so it's kind of better on her. Let's go grab these. Looks like we're fighting over here, so I will look to join the fight. Gotta pay attention to what my teammates are doing, so I can look to flank them. The enemy team, okay. This should be free. What? What? I even swept it. Man, that is unlucky. Jesus Christ. I am perplexed. That was crazy. I can't kill this guy. This is kind of what I mean. Any other assassin that's 8-0 should be able to kill the 1 and 6 support, but Ahri just doesn't really deal a whole lot of damage. So again, gonna go bot lane, shove out the wave. We should be looking to take Drake, but for some reason we're taking second Herald, which doesn't really do a whole lot, but I'm just gonna stay in the side lane, shove out the waves, get as many resources as I can, and then look to go for proper resets. Again, I'm just gonna reset here. There's nothing I can really do. I can threaten the tower, but it doesn't really matter. I have 2k gold, so I might as well reset. At this point, gonna go for death cap. Gonna grab a little pink ward. Don't really know why we're not doing the dragon, but yeah. Don't think it matters too much. At this point, where can I get resources? Well, the wave is up too far in the bot lane, so I have to go mid lane first. But I also want to walk down this way in case the enemy team decides to go for dragon. I might be able to pick them. Gonna sweep this area. Wait, that definitely went through me. Just gonna kite out, wait for my abilities to come up again, and now go back in. Run away, because I don't have any of my abilities up. My abilities are up again, so I'm going back in. Now my abilities are down. That's kind of how you're playing Ahri in fights. Your abilities are down, you kite back out. When your abilities are up, you go back in. Because if you go in without your abilities, you're kind of weak. And your initial burst usually doesn't one-shot anyone. It's more like a setup for your team. That's kind of what happened there as well, right? I kind of went in on the Scion, did my damage, went out, waited for my abilities to come back up again, and then went back in when my abilities came up, and went back out when my abilities were down. Oh, I might be dead here. Save me! Oh, he didn't full range the shock. And that, boys, is why you have to full range the shock every time you use it. So Fizz's ult is kind of unique. It's one of the only skill shots, I think, with Olaf's axe, where you can intentionally short range it, even though it's like a straight line missile. And the reason for it is so you can use it on the floor to zone people off, which is kind of dumb on Fizz, because you're never really using it for that anyway, right? You're using it to just throw it straight at people. With Olaf's axe, it makes a bit more sense, because you have to pick it up to reset your cooldown, so positioning the axe correctly can be very, very important. So it makes sense that you can short range Olaf's axe, but short ranging Fizz's ult is basically always bad. Like, you always want to try to max range it, just so you have the highest chance of hitting people. Because you saw there, Fizz would have killed me if he max ranged his ult. But because he short ranged it, or like he didn't fully max range it, it didn't hit me. Like, it just didn't travel far enough. Which is why you should always, always, always max range it. There's basically no downside to max ranging Fizz ult. There's downside to max ranging Olaf ult, or Olaf axe. Surely you wouldn't take it, right? Okay. Sure. I guess. Do I just steal this from him then? Oh my god, I missed the charm. But I still got it. We take those. Gonna go bot lane here, pick up the wave. It's the only place I can really get resources. Actually, I can't even get resources bot lane. I'm just gonna go bot lane and shove out, or look to pressure the tower then. Because everyone's top lane anyway. My Tristana's coming with me. We should actually be able to just walk in and end the game here if we want to. Since everyone is top lane, but... Tristana wants to do Krugs instead. Okay, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. I don't genuinely think Tristana thinks this is a good play. I think he's just doing it because he's mad. But we should be able to grab this tower for free anyway. There we go. And again, I'm not really a champion that can do a lot on my own, so I have to kind of try to set stuff up for my Tristana here. And if she wants to run away, I can't really do anything. That kind of sucks, so I'm running low on mana. A blue buff would have been nice, huh? At least Tristana is full mana though, so... yeah, she's gonna be able to utilize that. Surely. I can't even one-shot the Caitlyn here. Actually, I have Ignite up. I should be able to one-shot her. Just gonna try to... oh, I missed. I missed again. But you can see I have very low cooldown on my Q, so I'm just throwing out my Q, ulting, and then... playing it a bit slowly, and then using my spell rotation again. I'm not trying to just fly in and use all my spells at once. Or, well, I am, but then I'm not continuing to go in. Oh, they surrendered. I'm like using my spells, waiting for them to come up again, and then going back in again. And that's how you play Ahri. You like kite back and forth in fights. Like you go in and then out and in and then out. You don't really just fly in and deal all your damage. And then just keep going. That's not how it works. Pretty free game. Laning phase was pretty easy. The Fizz made some pretty big mistakes. Outside that, I got my advantage in lane. Utilized that advantage to roam out onto the map. And then just kill everyone. And that just eventually snowballed out of control. Gonna auto my Nautilus. He seemed like a pretty nice guy. And then let's see how much damage I had dealt. Yeah, I didn't even have highest damage, even though I had the highest amount of kills, I'm pretty sure. Just purely because, well, Ahri doesn't really deal that much damage in fights. She is just mostly enabling and chunking out people. That's kind of how she works. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed that commentary, and yeah. Have a good one. See ya.
And remember, this guide comes from our website SkillCapped.com, where we have over 500 Smurf commentaries by the top players and coaches teaching you exactly how to escape the rank that you're stuck in. Not only that, but we release 14 brand new Smurf commentaries with cutting edge builds and meta champions every single week. And if that wasn't enough, we have a site exclusive feature where you can ask the Challenger expert any question you want, anything you're struggling with or confused about, and are guaranteed a response by them. All of this can be unlocked for as little as $5 a month and is backed by our rank improvement guarantee. That means a full refund if you don't improve. That's not all, you also get the most comprehensive League of Legends training on the internet with over 900 videos and 150 courses teaching you exactly what you need to know to improve. So what are you waiting for? Click the link in the description below, head to SkillCapped.com and join the hundreds of thousands of satisfied SkillCapped members and get that rank you've always wanted.